4, 3.
Hi, we're Peter, and you're watching PitCam TV.
What the fucking play? He's all done. I am going. That is nothing. That is dead end streets. And we got Broadway.
Hi, I'm Izzy with PitCam TV, and we're here with Defeater. Could you guys introduce yourself, please?
I'll start. I'm Jay, I play guitar.
I'm Jake, I play guitar.
I'm Andy, I play drums.
I'm Derek, I sing.
I'm Mike, and I play bass.
So you guys are good?
Yeah.
Are we good?
Are you,
Yeah.
are you doing good?
Not at music.
Okay.
No,
It's
not
the
at
most professional interview we had. Okay, so the first
Comfortable.
question, I kind of want to just start out with a question. I want to have the whole conversation. I don't want to do a question and answer thing, okay? So there's a quote from Bridge 9 Records that says, the new album will follow the same conceptual format as your prior release, and will be another musically precise album that will redefine the term forward-thinking music. What is the forward-thinking music? Do you actually, did you make that up, or did you make it up?
No,
we don't make
that's
that shit.
something
We didn't do that.
Yeah, that kind of happens behind the scenes, and then we read it, and we're like,
Feel awkward.
Yeah.
Is it, so you feel awkward? So what is it though?
the concept or the forward-thinking.
The forward-thinking music.
I mean,
What's
it
your
could be
definition
anything.
of?
It could be anything.
We don't know. We just literally write stuff that we like.
Yeah.
And stuff that, like, we're just like, yeah, we like this song. This is a good song. And all of this, that happens later. We don't know that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
We have no idea. Everybody comes in, we record, everything's good, we put out the record, and then now we're here, and you're asking me a question that I definitely have no answer to.
Well, that's great. That's a good start. So let's move on to recording. So how was that?
It was great. It was long. It was
great
strenuous.
for some of us. Shit, I about
It
lost my
sucked.
mind.
You
I mean,
produced
it was great in the sense that I got to live at Jay's house for a little while.
Yeah, that was fun.
And, you know, Alyssa got to come over and hang out, and I got to hang out with Alyssa. And
Yeah,
record.
we made a little matchmaking.
That's cool.
This is true. We had a little matchmaking
There's some
session
quality time
during
Yeah.
this recording,
Yeah.
and it's good. I
mean,
engineered the
crazy.
record.
well, you do not own the studio.
I do own it.
You do. Okay. Good. I should have asked before. I wanted to ask before, but I didn't.
Anyway.
Good.
So anyway, it's cool. I get to have this really cool battle where I almost lose my friendship with every member of the
Yes. So are
band.
you much more of a dick when you do that?
I'm the dick.
You're like.
Yeah.
You and I did okay. We had one fight.
We had one fight.
One fight.
I
Andy and I had 10 fights.
You know, like this one was better than Travels. I quit
Okay.
the band in the middle of recording.
In the middle of Travels, Andy quit the band, then I took him to Starbucks, and it was okay.
And you made up.
Yeah.
That's
It's
great.
like when it's like when your son strikes out in baseball and you
Yeah.
have to bring him to Friendlies to get, you don't know, well, you bring him to get ice cream
Yeah.
and he gets a big Reese's Pieces sundae, and it's like everything's all better.
Yeah.
We had to, that had to happen.
That's the way our band works.
Yeah.
I just brought him a white mocha. I said, "You look nice today," you know, and everything was good. I had a drummer again.
So like the album title, Empty Days and Sleepless Nights, that was pretty much your recording session, wasn't it?
Yeah.
pretty much your
It was that
That's based
makeup,
around,
fights and makeups and sleepless nights?
Well, yeah, that title definitely comes from like what I was going through at the time, and
Okay.
and it references all the records anyways, because that's just what I do. That's how I write. But yeah, there were a lot of sleepless nights.
So there's another quote on Brick 9. You know what, the surprise you have with that album. What's the surprise?
This is a surprise.
There's a surprise?
What's the surprise?
The surprise is probably the acoustic thing?
I would assume.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume.
I think everybody knows about it now, so it's not really.
Surprise.
Well, now it came out, but that was like, you
Well,
know.
it didn't come out, but
Yeah.
still.
Well, it's out, but
It's
out.
it comes out in what? 7 days from today.
Yeah.
It's available.
Yeah.
It's available if you want.
Yeah, I was given the album, so that's.
Yeah.
There's one question I want to kind of clear up for the people here. So if you have it on CD, not on vinyl, so there's up to like whatever White Oak Doors, and then it's a pretty long song, and then it just cuts off.
Yeah.
Like every time I listen to it on my iPod, on my phone, I think like somebody's calling me because it just cuts off.
Right.
Why?
Why do you think someone's calling you?
I know. No. I know. I'm pretty introvert. No, but I know why. But can you clear that up for people?
Did you read the lyrics?
No. You know what?
Well, there you go.
No. Wait. You know why it is? You know, right?
We know
the
why.
vinyl, because you have to kind of switch.
We did make the record.
Well, okay.
We do know why.
Let me clarify.
Because no, everybody's
She's
gonna be
asking us
like
to
me.
elaborate on the
Yeah,
song.
can you please elaborate? No inside jokes.
Not be a dick.
Fine. On the vinyl, we had them press a locked groove. Okay, so the lyrics are, if this is how it's going to be, I'd rather die at the hands of my own family. And it ends on fama because motherfucker got murked by the train. And on the vinyl, there's a locked groove, and your needle will never pick up because you're fucking dead. And on the CD, obviously we didn't have that luxury. So what we did is when we sequenced the record, we just left a shit ton of space so that people would be like, something's going on here. Am I getting a phone call right now?
Exactly.
Did I not upload this correctly?
Yeah.
On iTunes?
I mean, yeah.
Because I got the
idea
preview from
was
the record label too, and it was exactly the same. So the first thing.
That was, I mean, we were prepared. We brought the record over here on tour before it was released in the States, knowing that it was...
What's it called?
knowing that it was going to be leaked or put on the internet, and it's not really, it's not like we're disappointed in that or anything. But one downfall is that when the CD and the new record comes with a 64-page booklet, and so when you get that, it helps explain a lot of what's going on, and especially that cut at the end.
Yeah.
So that was one downfall of having it sort of come out.
Like if you just get the MP3, you think your MP3 is fucked up. But I think if you have the booklet and you are a legitimate purchaser of our music and you're reading along, like you'll read the end of that word, and then 1 second later you'll be like, oh, son of a bitch.
You got hit by
Okay, yeah. But otherwise you're just like, my download's broken.
That was a good question.
Yeah,
If you
no,
get
totally.
it, if you follow along, if you have paid attention to what
The
we're
Twitter's been
trying to
blowing
do,
up with
yeah.
people saying the CD's broken or something.
This record sucks.
I thought my phone was ringing.
Yeah.
No, but
Hello?
So I got from Bridge 9 the link so I could listen to the record. So the first song, ironically, was White Oak Doors. Can you tell me? No, that was the first one that actually caught my attention more than any other song.
So you got through 9 songs that you didn't
Well,
like.
you know what? If you listen to all the songs, then you have one that you actually it's different. So for me,
Are you hearing this, Andy?
I'm hearing this.
Andy
Did you hate it?
Andy
I hate
hates
that
I
song.
told that before. I'm like, most of the people are gonna hate that song for some
No, but everybody
reason,
likes it.
But
I love
exactly,
it. But
all
can
my
you,
friends that I played the record for love that song because they
Okay.
think
It's
that
just us pretending to be a train.
That's it. But So can you tell me more about the song?
About the song.
Yeah. Or do you have a favorite song, or do you want to talk about that song?
I don't have a favorite song.
Talk about
on the record, I guess I mean that song is it's like the end of Lost Ground where it's like 2 characters from Travels meeting, and then that's pretty much the whole concept that's in here that I scribble down on paper and yell into a microphone. It's it's like when the younger brother comes home and the older brother is still incredibly resentful and vengeful and vengeful, and it's basically 6 minutes of someone contemplating how they're going to kill their own family member, and then it's just how you're just it's just this huge build up into pretty much nothing because that's what this guy's life has become.
Not pretty much.
Well, yeah, it's a huge build up into nothing because that's exactly how the older brother's life went. It was just he tried to take care of his mom, he tried to find love and get married, and nothing ever worked out for him. And this is the last little thing that he has in his life is trying to pour vengeance out on his brother, and even that doesn't go right. And it's very much just that's the sad bastard ending to this guy's existence, is that nothing goes as planned.
Well, I love that song.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Even though you hate it, so that goes over the acoustic part. is that something you want to do on the first album too, or just is that what you're gonna? Is it gonna be like from now on a mix between acoustic?
No,
and...
I mean we honestly don't know. It was
Okay.
just kind of we bounced it around in the van on tour. And we kind of were just like maybe we could do some acoustic.
We got
songs.
really lucky with people responding well to the acoustic songs.
Yeah.
Because it could have gone quite the opposite direction.
The fact that people like the song from Travels, like kind of,
Yeah,
we were just
totally.
like, I guess we could write some more songs.
Well, of course, now the album leaked everywhere. But like, if you go on German Facebook with my friends, whatever, everybody's posting those acoustic songs. Like it's like, oh,
That's
it's like
very flattering.
there's one, you know, but like most of them are acoustic songs.
Yeah.
Just I think people can kind of rely to them.
Well, I think there's the shock value too.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
On top of the fact that I do think they're good, but I also think that you almost want to post them because you're just like, hey, everybody, what the fuck is going on with Defeater? Like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah.
You know, like they post it and they're like, anyone have any fucking clue why this is on the record? You know,
Yeah.
like,
That's what's broken, and now there's acoustic. And
yeah, so the last song's broken and then it's like a Rocky Vocalotta record.
I think they sent me the wrong CD or something. The files got mixed up and they sent it to the plant. I don't know.
But that's part of what we all sort of want our band to be. You know, we're, like Jay said earlier, just making, you know, honest music that we all really like. Like, our common ground is, you know, Rocky Lotta and acoustic and folk stuff. Like, as much as we all like hardcore and heavy music, like, we want to play music that we like and we want to create, and those songs were just, you know, like, just sort of made sense for us to write.
Yeah.
You know?
I hope Rocky's jealous when he sees this, if he ever sees it.
Why would he be jealous? The dude's like
Could
so good.
Could have been on the record.
he'd be like,
I asked him.
like, that's nice.
We're just outing Rocky B in this
Yeah.
interview.
He doesn't give a fuck about our band.
know.
It's like,
Yeah, sorry,
how about
Darren.
your
Don't
Scout?
care right now. Come
So
on,
there's-
Rocky.
Now that we're talking about music, in Germany you're being compared to Modern Life is War, and you
Really?
and
That's
Not
they-
just
weird.
Germany.
Not no, but especially here, like they say you're the new verse.
I know. We don't want
Do you hear that a lot? Do you
Yes.
hear that a lot?
We hear the new verse, the new half heart, the new mod life, and it's really flattering. But it's just like those are bands that are untouchable to us. Like we
They made their
all-
mark on
Yeah,
like all in their
absolutely.
own way, and we. It is off. Is one way like so flattering to be compared to. Those are three bands that I know members of. Those are three bands that I absolutely adore and think put out wonderful records, and that's awesome. And I can understand why people would make a parallel. Absolutely. At the same time, like
Melodic hardcore.
yeah, it's melodic and you know like they're delivering things. But I think at the same time too, like we have a different angle. We're doing different stuff. You know, fucking
Well, you
person
got-
to
I
put
mean,
out an
it's
acoustic
not a
EP.
bad thing to be-
On a side show.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely not a bad thing, and it's very, very flattering. I don't know if we would all agree with it, just because it seems impossible.
Yeah,
It's so
exactly.
fucking
Like I
hard
remember
to
going
agree
to
with
see.
that, too.
I remember going to see all those bands, you know, even just like 5, 6, 7 years ago, and just being like, they're already at the height of their career. I thought that, like, you know, there was never a ceiling that they were going to get to that, you know, couldn't be broken. And they did. They kept piling the talent and piling the songwriting on, and they turned into these bands that just are fucking untouchable.
You know, especially Half Heart and Verse, I feel like every release was better than the last.
Yeah.
So they went out on these huge upswings. We're like, Half Heart was the biggest hardcore band in the world, and they just went like, no, fuck it, we're done, and it was just awesome. Yeah, and so did Verse. You know, and like they were both on these huge upswings, and like, boom, later.
Should we break up?
Let's do it right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not. I have 5 more questions.
Yeah, then we'll break up.
Okay.
Do not break up.
Do we have to play tonight?
Not if we
Yeah,
break
wait,
up.
if we break up, we
No,
don't have to
I feel like
play.
sleeping, honestly.
So Carpathian can just like play
Yeah,
and
more
we'll
songs.
not.
Let's just ask them to
Dude, they
break
can
up
do their
too.
mosh stuff that they never do, you know?
Can you
Sorry,
guys?
Marty.
Do you remember your first show you ever played together?
It was
The
with
first-
Verse and Half Heart.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, just
The
Verse.
very
no,
first
Verse
show?
and Half Heart.
Wait,
Yeah, it was with Verse
he
and
has
Half Heart.
something to say.
And I didn't play.
Yeah.
And you did play.
I did merch.
You did merch.
It was such a strange scenario.
It was
Like,
so weird.
So Andy does Warped Tour every year because he has a environmentally friendly like eco van rental company that he does, which is great. I'm sorry,
What you gonna tell us
throwing
about
you
it?
under
Yeah.
throwing you under the bus on that one. So Andy couldn't practice with us because he was in fucking Wisconsin or something, and then 2 days later, our friend Paul filled in for our first show, and we maybe had two practices, maybe.
That's as many practices as Feeders have ever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we wrote the record and I played the drums, and then I went out and I didn't play drums for like 2 or 3 months, so I didn't think it would be good for me to go play our first show and suck. So Paul did it, and I was there. It was cool. It was weird.
But I remember like seeing Andy be like, "Dude, you're gonna play tonight?" Like, yeah. And he's like, "No."
So tell us about Green Man.
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
Do it, dog.
What would you like to know?
Do it now. Everything. Philosophy.
Well, I can't know.
Why can't you tour with them in Europe?
Tell them about Teeny.
And how, what you do, what your philosophy
Okay, well,
is,
Green Man,
you know.
Derek said it best. You know,
Yeah.
at the base of it, we're just a van rental company, a van hire company for touring bands in the States. But we have a very eco-friendly mentality. We rent biodiesel and waste vegetable oil powered vans. So all alternative fuel, all carbon neutral travel solutions, and we're basically providing a service to touring bands. A real big unmet need, and it really started out of the need for Defeater and the band that existed before Defeater. Like, the hardest thing about being in a band, I can't forget.
I can't remember the name.
Something. I don't know. There's a long name. I think it was like multiple words.
It's like in this world of.
There were numbers.
No,
something.
Was there an X?
Please go on.
What I basically figured out was the hardest part about being in a band sometimes was going on tour and having tour transportation. So,
Well, you can't bring him here. Are you international?
No.
He puts pontoons on the van.
Yeah. Put the vans on ferries and go over.
Somebody somebody.
What's really funny, the funniest thing about
inside the van, that'd be great.
The best part about the company is that I started the company because I lost a bet with Mike.
Okay.
About like our first real long
I'm sorry,
tour.
and you're welcome.
Thank you.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do like a long tour. We had gone out on Warped Tour for a couple years. Like Mike and I had done that thing, just selling records to pay off some of our debt and getting our name out, whatever. So we decided to book a 2-month summer tour. And it was like 2008 or 2007.
And we were so dumb to think that it was a good idea to go out for 2 months.
Right.
When
So
no one knew who the hell we were. We barely had enough shows. But anyway.
So Mike was like, "Yo, if I book a 2-month tour, you should buy a van."
Okay.
So like 2 weeks later, Mike called me up and was like, "Yo, I'm about a month deep. Like, this is all booked up.
You
Like,
better
I
be
got
half a
it."
band, these motherfuckers.
So I had to.
That's
I
really
kind of had
how
to.
it went.
That's not an exaggeration. Like, that's
Yeah.
how it went. So I had to man up and buy a van. And
So do a lot of bands like in the States actually use you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
He's the most popular van rental company I think in the States. Like nobody.
That's right.
Well, I mean, as far as like going to
Bigger
like.
than budget.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Don't make fun of Derek right now.
U-Haul?
I'm talking about like by any means of like punk rock bands and stuff like Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, we work with, obviously, like, I know the way that our industry works and, like, the DIY scene and how touring bands at sort of our level and above and below, whatever, know how to operate and have to operate, and I try to cater to that as best as possible, and that's really what it comes down to, is less like, and I'm constantly, to touch on bringing up Teeny, I'm constantly at war with my business partner.
My best friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the best man in his wedding.
And he's the best man in
He's
your
the best
wedding.
man in yours.
We're constantly at war, and he's just like, he handles a lot of the back end, the financials of the business, and I'm just like, oh man, I love your band, I really want to help you out, like, you could just take one of my vans, it's cool. And then he's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, that's what he's best at.
He's like, why are you in Europe all the time?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
There's nothing more that he hates than Defeater.
Teeny hates.
He's friends with every single one of us, but he hates us all.
Hates Defeater.
We're constantly hogging him
Yeah.
away from, taking him away from the business.
Defeater has no greater threat than Anthony Revito from
Yeah.
Rockport, Massachusetts.
I think we're coming
That
to,
is the truth.
I don't know how much longer we have, but how much longer do we have? Whatever. I'm gonna ask. Yeah.
Last question.
Last question.
Last
Okay.
question. Wow.
Big
I want to
one.
ask. Yeah, there's a big one. It's a big issue. Well, anywhere, but it's a big issue in Germany too. It's violence at shows. It's a huge issue here. Okay. Well,
Really?
not with more certain bands than others.
Yeah.
But you know how like back in the days, and I'm not as young as I look. back in the days, like people used to come to shows because they just want to kind of like they have a fucked up life, fucked up family, like the whole like white trash, whatever, and like problems, and they just came to like forget about them.
Yeah.
And now people kind of like seem to come to shows because they just don't want to leave their problems at home, but kind of bring them to the show and just get really violent.
I think
That's
we're
like,
gonna
you know how you're like-
we're gonna have to field this one pretty carefully.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it's
I don't think that we see a lot of that.
Yeah.
In a way,
we're lucky that way.
I aspire to be the anti that.
Yeah.
Like I'll straight up take the Fugazi mentality where I will stop a song
Okay, yeah.
and kick a motherfucker out if I see him doing shitty stuff.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, even last night, I noticed as soon as we were about to play, I'm like looking at at the crowd, and there was no one. Last night specifically, I don't know why last night, but last night I noticed this. That there was no one really in the crowd that I was sort of like worried about that happening with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
looking around and looking around the room, there's really no one where you're like, ooh, that guy, he might be trouble, or you know what I mean? We're fortunate enough to sort of stay away from that for the most part.
Like there were a couple shows in Britain where there were like some like bigger dudes that you obviously know, like they just brought their girlfriends because their girlfriends want to go to the show or something. Like, just like, oh, I really like Defeater, honey, and he's like, yeah, well that band is fucking stupid because they're
All the girls had to stop
Yeah.
swooning over Pat Flynn and
If you
had to
come
start
to a
swooning over Jake.
theater show
Yeah.
thinking you're gonna punch somebody, I mean, you are so painfully misled.
Yeah.
You know, like that is everything we do not.
I'm
stand
gonna show up
for.
to the Defeater show and mosh so hard.
If you can find one part to mosh to,
Yeah.
Give me a break. Like, I want you to be up front if you want to be. I want you to
Yeah,
sing along if you
good.
want to be. You want to jump on stage and you want to do some crowd surfing without hurting anybody. I think it's the best thing in the entire world. But don't you fucking dare hurt anyone.
We're done.
Don't you fuck.
But don't you don't you Yeah, I guess that's it. It's like,
Hey, don't you fuck at our shows.
it's gonna be stop. Don't you and then it's acoustic song.
that's perfect.
Oh, we're done. But I have tons more questions, but we're done.
We can keep talking. It's
We can keep talking.
because there's more of us.
Yeah, there should be a one. We need to chill.
Thank you for being so nice.
Nice.
Oh, you're nice.
Die Frage noch zu Ende und
Oh,
dann
ja.
raus. Und dann wirklich einfach das ganze Ding so vernünftig zu Ende.
Okay, we're gonna do one more question, kind of like
Literally, I have no idea what you're saying right now, man.
Said, you need to come to the end because this battery is bad.
yeah.
This
So we're
one's
gonna do
dead,
one
so
more
it's
question,
Okay.
and then
Just one
we're
more
kind of
and
like.
then- Okay, because we are.
Weißt, hat er den Rest gesagt bei dir oder nicht?
Als ich den Shit gesagt habe, war aus.
Did he say shit before you were done?
Can
Who what?
Yeah.
He.
Of
So
course.
the second he said
Yeah.
shit, the tape was done. Did you finish your?
I think when he said shit, I was saying fuck.
Oh well.
Yeah.
The best sentence got lost.
show, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But
What?
Should I say it again?
Yeah, you should say it
I'll probably
again.
say it without
You want to
heart.
say it with heart.
I don't feel
That's
as like
hard.
vehemently
No,
powerful about it.
never mind. Well,
Ja, okay,
do you want to say it again?
Erstmal zum Ende.
I mean, I feel weird.
Die laufen
Yeah,
die
well,
ganze
you
Zeit.
Yeah, I feel weird.
You don't have to. Okay, no. We're done with that.
We're done.
Okay, there's one more thing with the whole show thing. Do you, as a singer, do you feel like you have to, in between songs, talk a lot?
We feel like
do
he
you
does.
want to feel? You all want to say all the rest.
You
of it?
wanna
Do
go
you talk?
here, huh?
Do you just talk a lot? Or you just sort of like
No.
I'm one of
Is it
the
important?
most socially awkward people you've
Yeah.
ever.
We just all want him to get better at it.
But it's been like 2.5 years of me being really bad at it.
Okay.
But I guess I feel like I do need to talk just because we're not one of those bands that's just like, yeah, we're gonna fucking play some feedback right now and fucking get wild.
We're definitely not the this song is called. We're not that band. We're like, hey, hi, you're a defeater.
Yeah, exactly.
that's what
I am such a nerd and like quiet
song.
and weird.
Yeah.
here's the thing, though.
I'm playing my wooden guitar now.
Whatever. Whether he likes it or not, he has a point of view, and he's an intelligent dude, and he has a lot to say, and I wish he would say more of it.
Okay.
But I think
I just get
he
so
just thinks
freaked out.
You do.
our music sort of speaks for itself, and like what we have to say as a band is contained in our songs, and I think for a lot of people that's enough, and that's what people are coming to see us for and have fun and sing along and whatever. But
it's just hard when you got to fill a 45-minute set.
Yeah. And I only say that because I'm the one who breaks shit most frequently, so I need him to.
Like the other day, Andy broke his kick pedal, and
it wasn't mine.
Or sorry,
he broke someone else's kick.
He broke someone else's kick pedal. And there was like a good five full minutes of silence.
So who's the one talking?
Me. And I'm just like, I hate talking. And I was like, so you want to talk about local politics? Kids are like, no. I was like, alright, that's fine. I want to, I guess.
Let's talk about books.
It's just like, what are you guys doing in Bournemouth? They're like, smoke weed. I'm like, all right.
Oh wow.
I have nothing to talk about.
What happened?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Literally what happened?
Yes. And someone's like, read a book. I was like, yes, read a book. All right, books on weed. Like I feel like I don't know. Like there's so much I would talk about, but it has to be like really. Just poignant, like it has to be like in the context.
It's hard for you to just shoot the shit.
Yeah, just be like, yo, what's up, crowd?
And it's especially hard. It's especially hard where there's a language barrier too.
Yeah.
In England there's a language barrier.
That was
that's
you know what I mean, like in Europe in general.
You'd be surprised how many people speak English here.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't get over it.
I'm not surprised anymore.
I went and ordered a cheeseburger today, and I felt like the most ignorant loser ever because the guy's like, what would you like? And I said, a cheeseburger, please, with fries. And he said, would you like salad? I said, no, thank you. That was it. It's literally like being in America, everywhere you go.
Had we had to order that cheeseburger on his terms, not happening. We're just like, hey,
we have the point.
One time.
One, you're Mr. Miyagi over there?
Oh, hello. I would like one cheeseburger, please.
We're done.
Wow.
You know
Corey is the sixth member of this band.
And you know he's Asian.
He's Asian?
Dude, I swear to God.
I thought he was Irish. Seriously, guys. I thought Corey was Irish.
No,
he's Italian.
jokes.
Alright guys, he's an Italian Chinese.
He's actually
that's exactly right. That's all I knew.
He's Italian. His last name's Straffolino. He's
There you go.
Italian.
Okay, well that guy is doing this, so we're done.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you guys, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Fun.
Thank you.
And one bottle down.